Yeah. Here we go. Sunday morning. I got that one out in Fairburn I gotta do. And I normally do it solo because, well, it's so far off the beaten path and it pays just enough to really have, you know, well, if I have somebody out here with me, it's not hardly worthy of driving, you know, 30 minutes, 25 minutes one way, and then have to split the money or whatever. It just ain't worthy of that. So, it hasn't never been worthy of that. Normally, the only time I ever take somebody with me over there is if we're behind or something, right? And we certainly are not behind. I mean, hell, you know, I'm cutting yards on. I'm cutting yards on the strength of history. You know, these yards ain't needing it at all, man. So, see, here's two that we normally would be doing tomorrow, and we're not going to be doing them. So there's another week. See, if it had been raining, these would need it bad right now. But they're the weedy type of yards. There's no way. All three of these. Wop. So that's 70, 60, and 60 right there. $200. But the main thing that it does too is it'll help me. You know, I need my guy needs to get at least 3 or 4 days in this week. We need more rain, because I know we're gonna hit, you know, 80, 90 degrees again. I mean, last September it was it was hot, man, all the way into October. But one thing, we're gonna do the best we can with what we're working with. So here's that too. Going down that way though, like toward Covington, then I need to do the Fayetteville route that we skipped last week, and this will be the 3rd week coming up. So let me get done with this one, make sure that I'm on the right page where I need to be as far as the week goes. I'm looking at everything like that. But Ray, I thought you did yards every 2 weeks and blah blah blah. Well, I do, and I would be doing, I tell you what, man, this weedy grass around here that y'all see me cut a lot of, if we've been getting regular rain, I mean, I would be just as busy right now as I am in June and July. And the only good thing the best thing about it is it wouldn't be so damn hot. See, this time of year with the heat index way down, and if you have rain, oh my gosh, you can really, I mean, it's like going to a freaking ATM. You can do the yard so fast, man. I can't hardly. We got some commercial stuff that we can do. Right now, as I'm just thinking off the top of my head and not looking at the software. But see, it's just so screwed up, man. Not having a skid steer to do that $1,000 job today that I was supposed to be doing, it really hurts me, man. I mean, it hurts bad, real bad. Because see, I could take that $1,000 that I will make today with the skid steer, and really, I'm not making $1,000 because I had to spend $400 on the damn fitting, on the one fitting, on the coupler, the high flow coupler. So, am I really, you know, if I'm making $1,000, and now we're at 600, but I don't know, man. I'm in a bad spot, you know, in my head more than I am really on paper. And that's what happens when you're trying to keep things going. You're not, and you're getting punched in the mouth on all fronts. I'm getting punched in the mouth on no rain, getting punched in the mouth on my own stupid crap with the skid steer. Getting punched in the mouth on all my rotations are all screwed up now. So now, inevitably, I got to go back to the freaking drawing board to push through the rest of the season in order to make any kind of good money, and it makes sense budget-wise and efficiency-wise and all that. So I don't know. But I had a couple comments. People, some of the guys were saying, I thought you said you didn't advertise and all this, and there you are talking about putting the thing on Nextdoor. I don't consider Nextdoor or Facebook Marketplace as marketing. I mean, all I do is I got the ad there already on Facebook, and I just re-up it. I mean, change a few pictures or whatever, and just re-up it. Same way with Nextdoor. I mean, if that's marketing, I'm not paying for it. So, I don't know. So I need to go. Usually when I post something on Nextdoor or Facebook, I usually get calls in the very beginning, but as time goes by, they, somebody else is on top. So, but see, weather like we're having right now is 65 degrees. See, I feel like doing a lot, and I don't have a lot of work to do. So then I got to spend my time running down work. Well, Ray, you should have been running down work all this time. Well, true, but in the midst of a drought, in the midst of my new guy just starting, I'm just trying to survive. And now that I see that the drought is really hardcore, I'm barely surviving, y'all, for real. I mean, I'm not going bankrupt or nothing, but I ain't making what I need to be making or what I am used to making. It'd be just like 2 years ago. See, right now, if we could just get a couple of good days of rain, then that would push through the season, and it'd be the difference in making $7,000 or $8,000 more dollars or not. And I don't know about you guys, but making $7,000 or $8,000 more dollars before the end of the season would be just freaking wonderful. I'll take 5. I mean, I'm just saying, I'm talking about profit, if we don't get no rain, well, I'm not going to be in a spot where I'm paying people to do their yard. And that's what happens when the efficiency gets off track and everything. So, main thing is right now is kind of just slow the road on the mowing, but you have to. And well, keep the skid steer running. I mean, damn, right? So freaking irritated about that. The only way it could have been worse is if I was going to have to pay retail for the part, which was, for the whole, yeah. So here is the manifold that I'm talking about, y'all. See that? And as long as you don't have to have all the couplers, like, you would think that these great big ones right here would be the high flow, but they're not. The high flow's down here. That's the K-string where it got busted at. So, if I had to have all the fittings to go in here, you got, this is the one I replaced for $400, right? The coupler. And then, I want to say, that's the female, and on the high flow. And then on the male high flow, I don't know what it costs, but I want to say, we'll just say $100. I don't know. And then, the female standard flow is right around $120, and then probably about the same for the standard male, and then probably $50 or $80 for the K-string coupling. So, But in order to get this manifold, that's what I call it, like you see it, that's $158, I think, plus whatever I got, it cost me to go get it. And that always costs something. Don't get twisted. And you know, I don't know if I want to rely on shipping and everything, because a lot of times they'll send the wrong part and all kinds of crazy stuff, like I had to deal with last time, and it set me back a whole another week. You know, because I ordered the fitting online. You know, and you know, you just want people to do their job, and a lot of times people just don't do their job, and they make mistakes, and I make mistakes too. But usually when I make mistakes, it ain't costing nobody but me. You know, if the parts house makes a mistake, then it's costing nobody but me. So it ain't costing them. You know, so. Appreciate all the comments on the videos yesterday. A couple of the guys that do the weeklies around here, they came in the comments and they were, you know, explaining, you know, what they do, and they don't take customers on unless the customer agrees to a 12-month contract. And I gotta say, even though I'm resistant to that, from a business standpoint, if you got people like that, and if you can, you know, have enough people like that to where your whole customer base is like that, then that would be really good, especially if you got employees, you keep it through the winter. That's one way to keep employees, I will say. I will say that. And it never really occurred to me. But that would be one way to where you can, as long as you can count your money coming in, whether it be a lot or a little, as long as I know what's coming in, I can work with it. That's what an entrepreneur gets really good at after they're out in the entrepreneurial world for a minute. They get good at forecasting and planning and all that. My only drawback is, could I get enough customers that's going to pay 12 months out of the year? I don't know that I could get enough. We just don't take them unless that's what they'll do, Ray. Well, it's like, that would be like building a whole nother business, man. And it takes a long time to do that. I could probably turn some of the customers, but I'd have to go cheaper in the summertime. If I go cheaper in the summertime to make it where it stretches out in the wintertime, then usually that's what, you know, when I would do contracts on lawn maintenance, I factor in, okay, and all of mine, everything's based on every 2 weeks. I don't even know how to respond to every week and actually getting $70 or $80 a week per lawn every week for, you know, 16 or 17 weeks, and not have to worry about rain, not have to worry about drought, not have to worry about nothing, but just go to the properties. Sounds pretty good. I don't know, man. I may be able to get a few to do that, but I would have to take, so if I'm cutting them for 70 in the summer, and I want to get year-round pay, then I'm going to be cutting them at 50, 55 in the summer. And then you got to hope and pray that that people don't quit you in October, November, because I've had a lot of that, y'all. And whether they got a contract, Ray, we'll take them to court. You know, I mean, okay, I don't want to spend my time taking people to court. So, I mean, and I'm learning, you know. I mean, you guys are teaching me, man. I got to give y'all that, man. That damn weekly stuff. If y'all still getting paid for that, man, I'm applauding you. My experience in yearly contracts on lawn, I'm talking about on lawn maintenance stuff, or mowing, whatever you want to call it. One guy was coming in there saying that, well, that's the difference in lawn maintenance and mowing. Well, I don't know what the difference, I mean, mowing is just a slang term for lawn maintenance. I didn't know it was a technical word thing. Almost like they're coming at me with a dig. they're saying that, well, that's the difference in lawn maintenance and mowing. Well, what's the difference? Well, I guess you got to figure out the term, what the definition of mowing is. And mowing is cutting the grass, but it's a giving that cutting the grass and edging and weed eating and blowing that's all part of it. That's lawn maintenance. Just because I term it mowing or whatever doesn't mean that it's not lawn maintenance. I mean, come on, man. And I don't see how. I really ain't got a whole lot of good things to say about it, because I don't really, and it's not because I don't like it. It's the fact I don't understand it. That's all. And when I don't understand things, well, I don't understand it, so I don't understand how it's doable, and I don't understand what customer is paying for that. But if you don't have to have a lot of customers. If you got 40 or 50 that'll let you come weekly, no matter what, and pay you, and they pay you monthly, based on 4 or 5 cuts a month, and no matter what, dude, that's a lot of money. Especially if you're getting in around $70 or $80 minimum. What's happened with me in that scenario, and it's happened a lot more than once. It ain't just every now and then. I'll get the customer. We'll ride out through the summer at a cheaper rate, because I'm expecting a 12-month deal, and then we get to down September, October, and they quit. Like right now, with the drought and all, they'd be like, and maybe my demographics is just not, maybe I'm not appealing to the right customer. It could be. But what ended up happening is they end up quitting me, when the weather cools down. Of course, those type of customers are going to always be going through lawn mowing maintenance guys, right? They're going to always be going through them, because and I guess over time, if that's all you're doing and that's all you're going to do, if you're a guy like me, then I guess over the period of years you will have cornered that, and even if you're just getting 1 or 2 customers a year that'll do that, then over time you got a nice little customer base that'll do that. So I'm curious. So when you do if you're doing that, right, you're doing the monthly thing. So if you do the bushes, is that extra? I'm just curious. If you trim the crepe myrtles, is that extra? Because right now, if you're going to those weekly properties and you're not mowing and you're not weed eating and you're still charging, what are you doing there? That would be the time that if and I don't know, I'm asking, that would be the time that I would like to trim the bushes and everything. But if I'm on a monthly flat rate, then trimming the bushes, I'm not getting paid extra for that. Because what would be the customer's point in paying a flat rate, getting to this point in the year, and then them having to pay you extra to do the bushes and everything when you're not mowing or nothing? Maybe I just got it all. Maybe I'm just all confused. It could be, I ain't the shiniest tool in the shed, but I know enough about customers and stuff. Like when I go do bushes, I might charge $200 extra, $300 extra, sometimes even $400 extra. I have been on bush jobs where I'm charging $1,000 extra. If I was going there every month, and then I got getting paid every month, then I got 2 or 3 months out of the year where I'm not doing nothing at their property, then I must be cutting the bushes or something. I gotta be. what else am I going to do? And every property's a little bit different. And the customer will look at me like, well, you're already charging me $450 a month and you're not even having to do anything. So now you want to charge me another $250 to do the bushes? Now you're at $700 for this month in September, and you've done the least amount of work that you've done all year. That's if I'm a customer, that's what I'm going to be looking at. I don't know, man. I'm just trying to wrap my brain around it. It's taking a minute for sure. I make extra money on everything I do with the properties. A flat rate is good, but a flat rate is, well, it's a flat rate. You're not going to compound that. You're not going to make more than that. That's just a flat rate. I like to be in a scenario where I can make more than my flat rate. This yard's going to be easy. I'm going to be able to fly through it. $150 probably take me an hour. Now, this time of year, just FYI, this time of year on this particular property, I'll mow and weed eat at the same time. I'll have the weed eater on the mower with me, and because there's no sense in me walking all around the property weed eating, because I know there's not going to be a lot of weed eating. Because why? Because I've been doing the property 15 years. I sprayed the last time, and we ain't had no rain, and we're going into the off season. So those 3 or 4 factors there, I already know that I'm not going to have to do a lot of weed eating over here. Okay, y'all. So we're over here. Y'all been over here. Y'all see the grass. This is this is about 16 days, and yeah. And this grass right here is Bermuda, and it normally goes dormant earlier than most of the properties that I do. So you can already tell, but it greens up earlier. I don't know. But since there's not a lot going on over here, and I'm going to cut the grass. Let's see if we can get some extra money. Let's get this limb down. So, yeah, I can get this limb down pretty easy. I can just come right here with the mower and push it. Y'all see, it's broke off. It's broke all the way off, so I should be able to get it down. And then what I'll do is I'll just drag it to the woods. There's plenty of woods around here. Hell, if you know how to get it up in here, it don't matter. Anywhere but right there. It looks terrible from right there. So I'm going to text her real quick. Usually when I tell her something like that, because it's been there for a minute and it needs to get down, probably $60. I'll charge her additional $60, get that down and get it to the woods. I got my big saw. No, I don't have a big saw with me. I got my little saw, my 201T, and I can cut it in half, and that'll be all I need to push it to the woods. So, yeah, y'all can see the fall is in the air. A lot of the leaves are, well, on these river birch trees. Don't ever plant these, man. They're terrible. They're absolutely terrible. They drop shit everywhere all the time, 24/7, 7 days a week. And yeah, so the first thing I'm gonna do, y'all, is I'm gonna cut me a place to park right here. So where I can, then I'll have a place to put the camera for me to get that. So, and this is for all the haters right here. They hate it when I do this, y'all. Maybe we'll use it as a little rake to get the leaves off the damn driveway. How about that? We can do that, can't we? Ooh, ooh, Ray's breaking the code. By dragging the ramp. I can use the mower to get that limb off, get that limb down. So push it this way, so the end will come this way, or do I want to push it from the bottom side? It'll be easier for me to push it into the woods. Well, I can maneuver it once it gets down. Let's see how much it's going to break up when I do start really pulling on it. But y'all see this water? This water's been coming out right here. I think I showed y'all. It's been coming out right here for, well, 2 months right now. As we're, yeah, it's crazy, I know. So I'm gonna try to set y'all up somewhere. I'm just gonna weed eat that little area right there real quick. 6 weeks of that right there. That is a lot of water, man. And at first it was flowing even more than that. I'm shocked. If this were in like on the $1 Million Street, they'd already fixed this. But see, we're in a county here, you know, we're in Fulton County. I guess we're in the city of Fairburn. They just don't, you know, they the first ones to cry when our grass gets tall. But they'll leave this for 2 months. It's been like 6 or 7 weeks. And she said she's done everything that she could do. I sent her a video of it. She's seen it. The city done been out here to market. I guess it's a hell of a job. Maybe they know more than, well, I know they know more than I know. But you never know where that leak's coming from. Is it a main pipe? They're gonna have to turn everybody's water off. That don't look like gray water. So that's definitely, I think that's potable, you know, drinking water. So there's a water line bust somewhere, but they mess around and get into the winter and then leave it like this. The amount of water that has went down through here, shit, tens of thousands of hundreds of thousands of gallons. I guarantee it. That's a lot of water right there. That right there would fill my pool up in a couple of hours. So, yeah, y'all. Okay, y'all, got done with this one. I might be picking up another customer over here. Y'all saw the gentleman pull up on the tractor. He lives right here across the street. Yeah. So, you never know, man. But an hour and 20 minutes. It's about right. $210 though, so I probably would have got done in about an hour had I not had to fool with that tree. But that tree was real easy. It took, you know, 15 minutes, man. So then I stopped and talked to the gentleman from across the street. So I got the damn tire pressure sensor fault error here, man. Just enough to irritate the hell out of me. I bet that cost a chunk to get that fixed. On the other truck, they told me on the 2008 that light comes on, stays on all the time. And they were saying that it wouldn't be worth fixing. It costs so much. I might have to do a little research on that. See, not getting enough rain, it's making it where the regular route tomorrow, it ain't gonna need it. Sammy Time Sunday, deuces.